there, football friends. Keepie Uppies is coming live from Galway, a hotel in Galway, and I'm joined by no other than Igor Biscan. Make yourself known, Igor.
Hello there, everybody.
What's the crack?
Good evening.
What is the crack, Mo?
I thought Igor Biscan was more appropriate than, I don't know why Sheedy's going on about Iniesta. I think Igor Biscan is more appropriate because I think there's going to be some games in midfield where I'm going to be just winning balls like Keepie Uppies, and then there's going to be some games where I'm absolutely horrific.
Just like Igor Biscan, is that what you're saying?
Just basically like Igor Biscan, but he's a Champions League winner.
He is indeed. So is Jimmy Traore, so yeah. I'll be him tonight. So what's the crack? I believe you had a bit
Looking forward to Sunday then?
Well, I am now that the numbers are up. We did have a few.
What are we up to now?
With 15 and counting.
Oh, happy days.
So
do we have a keeper?
We have a couple of, what's the word? A couple of guys that are willing and able, but to call them goalkeepers, I don't know. In fairness, OB is safe hands, like he'll do a job, and Conor Lavery's also.
Aye, he's done that. He done that for the reserves there. I was telling Sir Alex on the train that he done that for our reserves a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
And he's very good. He's played Gaelic. He's played for Armagh under 21s or minors or.
Yeah.
So he keeps saying anyway. So his kickouts are very, very good. Safe hands, and he's probably a better keeper than centre midfield, to be honest with you. But OB won't tell you that.
OB will be the judge of that. No, he did. He said in the car on Tuesday night on the way home that he'll do whatever he can to help. Such is the nature of the lad. So I think maybe him and Conor Lavery might be our go-to if we don't get a recognised goalkeeper. Get well soon, Andy and Cyprian. And then outside.
I'm sure worst case scenario, just play last man back.
Well,
you know, with him.
That'll be McConaughey because he doesn't go any further than the 18-yard line. So he's not allowed. He's a bit like myself. Don't cross the halfway line. Not allowed.
Was he trained the other night? Is he fit to play?
He trained. Yeah, he got through it, which was a surprise to him and me. I think he was a bit tender after last time out. But no, he'll be a bonus to go back in.
When did he pull his ground? When he stormed off, or
just before? I think that's why he stormed off. I think he fell out with himself. That was his stance on it anyway. We'll see. No, he's good to go. There's been a few guys that are, I don't know, for whatever reason can't make it. Some are injured, some aren't. I don't know. But,
aye, that happens.
But this is as far as we'll travel over the campaign, if that's what it is, a campaign.
It beats going to Valley Rangers. I used
really
to hate going to Valley Rangers.
It really does.
Valley Rangers took you about a week to get there.
There's a few stories going up there. A week to get there and then a week to get over the defeat.
It was usually minimum to beat us about 5-0. Awful. I used to hate going to Valley Rangers.
Yeah, used to kick us off the pitch. Well, this Crumlin Star team, I know their first team are a good outfit. So I'm sure their veterans will be reflective of that. So we're going to have to bring our A game. We're going to have to rely on Chris O'Toole's left foot up front. Show us the goals. Telling you. Loosely got injured on Thursday night or Tuesday night too.
You were saying? Must have been bad enough because it's not like him to.
He twisted his knee. Who was it sent him to the shop? Somebody pulled out a
Chris O'Toole, was it?
It wasn't Chris. Chris was on his team. Somebody dragged the ball back and Loosely kept going forward, hurt his knee, and then he walked it off, and then 10 minutes later he was in the corner. He twisted his ankle, so I don't know. But no, the nature of that beast too, he maybe declare himself fit for Sunday, so we'll see where we're at.
Aye. He's been playing brilliant, hasn't he?
He has. He's been scoring goals for fun, as he did.
Yeah.
As he did. Sharpshooter. What about you? How are you feeling? I know you had about a sickness there, you said?
I just felt awful. Louise just had a wee bug on, I think it was just a wee stomach bug or whatever, on Monday, and then I just felt awful the next day.
Yeah.
You know, but no, 100% now.
Fit to go into the mixer again.
That's it.
Well, the way we're going, don't know what position you could be playing. It'd be interesting. Me and Alex Ferguson will have a chat on Saturday night again. Make the final thoughts on it. depending on numbers.
Aye. No, we did well the last game, I thought. Like even that Crumlin team were pretty good. A couple of handy players.
They really were. In fairness, it was a massive step up. Again, I've said it already. No discredit to the teams we played prior to that, but it was a good introduction to us, to see the sort of level that we're going to be competing against. And we did. We held our own. So, and then to come away with a victory was great. But all in good spirit.
No disrespect it. No disrespect to the comedians. Whenever you say no disrespect, you're always going to be disrespectful. But
absolutely. Well, the comedians are good at being comedians. The funny thing would have been...
They weren't great. Like, I think my dad could have played centre midfield that much.
Oh, well, your dad and Shane Todd, that would have been a good partnership. And your dad's probably funnier as well.
But I came off in that match, I think the second half, and Kevy Deedham, he came up to me and he goes, as I said before, he's one of the few people that actually call me Niall. He goes, Niall, there's only certain players. Sounds a wee bit like Sean Connery. There's only certain players
Highlander
that can play centre midfield. And then I was like, okay.
Is he telling you?
And then he just left it at that. He never even finished it. He just walked off. So I don't know whether he was trying to tell me, I played well or I was just absolutely horrific. But yeah, he just walked off.
He just left you questioning
Man of
yourself.
mystery, that boy.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a freaking
I love
star,
Kevy.
man.
Is Kevy not in the WhatsApp group anymore?
He's not. He keeps taking himself out of it. Kevy's old school. He doesn't do the banter, that nonsense banter.
Aye.
Kevy's
I think he's telling me off for the what do you call it, the Chuck Norris jokes? I'm still going to do them.
Keep doing them. No, he said, McGee says, that's same old school. Just take me off it, but keep me updated. I'm like, no ball, mate. No ball, whatever it takes to keep you happy. No, he's great to have around. Brings his own intensity. It's fantastic. And he's flying considering that.
Yeah, but he's good crack as well. I think he kind of. I know.
No, he's by no means grumpy or bad crack. It's just not his vibe, But Jesus, he's late and solo.
Yeah.
Late solo party. I think loosely putting videos up and stuff just isn't the phone pinging every 10 seconds.
You're always afraid to open Loosely's videos, aren't you? You don't know what it's going to be. Somebody's head being blown off, somebody beheaded, or oh god, somebody being run over by a bus.
Or a picture of Ronaldo before the young boys give United a hiding. He was very quiet and Tuesday night about that, I'll tell you.
Was he a wee bit?
Surprisingly. Tell me this, are you having a shandy?
I am actually. I have a wee Tesco one. I don't mind a wee. I'll go for a wee beer tomorrow night, obviously proper beer, but I just have a wee.
Well, I'm in the hotel here on my own, so I had my dinner with the boys
I'm
working with, and then I bought myself a wee pint of Smithwicks just to
put the evening in. Smithwicks.
To put the evening in. I haven't had Smithwicks in a while. I was on Guinness for a long time there now, but back on the Smithwicks. So.
Would you like a wee Bass? I love a wee Bass, but it's hard to get a Bass.
Bass is sort of a
Dan
Woodville
breed. Actually does a Bass, actually. Woodville's.
Dan breed. You're old school, that's a Kevy Latham type of drink.
I love a Bass. I love a Bass right now, actually. But
it's all about the Bass.
Who's entered the live studio now?
I'm not sure. That might be Tony Phillips. These people with or the last time I had a number like that, it was Conor Lavery, so I don't know. The unknown, the QDWF47R7R5YNF. Make yourself known. It might be Conor Lavery, I don't know. It was last time out.
So here, what?
Go on ahead.
What's hold on, we'll have to go down the list of stuff that needs to be discussed here by Sheedy. We'll skip. Right, out of all the lefties on, and that's the wee thing. I think actually we were talking to Sheedy the other week about that. The amount of lefties we have on our teams.
It's
quite remarkable. I don't know if Chris O'Toole's one of them, but out of all the lefties on the side, is Chris O'Toole's left actually the best?
Well, whenever Chris O'Toole scores, he scores with his left. So there's the answer.
But who's the best natural left footer? Take yourself out of it.
Gary McConaughey.
There's a question for you.
Gary McConaughey.
Lefty.
He is. Gary McConaughey.
No, he's not.
He is left-footed. That's how natural it
He's
is.
not left-footed.
I'll put this pint of Bass or pint of Smithwicks on it.
I'm telling you now, I'm more of a lefty than he is.
No, Tots, your left foot doesn't
My
exist.
left foot
Your
needs
left
flipping
foot
amputated.
is still away at a Liverpool match. Gary McConaughey's left-footed because the two of us keep having the debate if we're playing centre half the guy who's playing left side.
Serious, is he a lefty?
He's a lefty as well.
Right. So he's the best lefty, you saying? Better than Keppie Leatham, the jackhammer?
Well, the jackhammer's a jackhammer. In fairness to the jackhammer, he can hit it with his left or his right.
Aye, but he's...
But, Gary has... one of the games, he got an assist from a long ball from the back.
Fair enough, okay.
Yep, I win. You're wrong. Igor.
Go Keppie Leatham. Has to be the Leatham all day long.
That's alright. Up for debate, absolutely. It's the Defenders Union I'm going with.
Aye.
McConaughey's impressed me because unlike the rest of us, he hasn't played football competitively for a long, long time. We did play in our 20s and 30s. He didn't really. So he's come back at it like a duck to water.
Who did he play for?
He played for Sunnyside growing up a little bit, but I think maybe a wee bit for Goodyear. I might be wrong, you can correct me with that, but he didn't play beyond, I would say, his early 20s.
Speaking of Goodyear, what about Paddy O'Connor? You trying to get him?
Well, if he plays on a Saturday, the ruling is that you can't play on a Sunday. But O'Connor's playing at Goodyear. He said he went in there initially.
I was messing the other night, actually.
Yeah, he went in there initially just to get a game of football, happy to play the reserves, but him and Fox in the box, Stevie Fox, are a partnership, the baldiest partnership centre-back pairing in mid-Ulster football, according to Foxy. It's only funny because Foxy said it. That wasn't me trying to be funny. But no, they're flying. Goodyear going well.
That's some centre-back partnership right there.
I'm telling you.
Who are you laughing at?
You're laughing.
Who's in there with you?
I'm laughing at you laughing. I have my earphones in here in the hotel room. They'll be thinking there's a party going on, me roaring and shouting.
Messi or Ronaldo is the next one, Shady said there.
I'm going to say Ronaldo, and I've never really took the debate seriously, but...
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, just because he's done it at international level, he's done it in various leagues at various levels, he's consistently done it. Messi's a one-man club, which has to be admired as well. Obviously, he's now at Paris Saint-Germain, so see how that goes, but...
So he's not a one-man club then?
Well, for his best years, he certainly was a one-man club. Ronaldo's went from strength to strength.
And he hasn't done it for international level?
Well, he won the Copa America recently, but outside of that, Argentina and his era haven't succeeded, have they?
Well, no. But
the debate's
done all right for Argentina.
The debate's forever going on, and then you can say about the players they played with, For me, honestly, I couldn't settle a debate. It's at the minute, that's where my head is. My head's Ronaldo. What about yourself?
I'm not just saying this just because I'm a Liverpool fan, but it has to be Messi for me. Right. And if it's not Messi, then it has to be Mo Salah. What a player!
Well, he's certainly
and down the wing.
What about Divock Origi?
You know what? I'd give him £500,000 a week. I wouldn't care.
But that's only fucking paper talk. That's just trying to disgruntle him. That man's there to play football. He's earning more than enough money. Madrid and Barcelona can't afford him, that's for sure.
No, well, that kind of probably worked out well for us that they're both broke.
Yeah.
Well,
for that reason,
they would have been probably sniffing around this summer or next summer.
That's why they're broke. They're shooting beyond living beyond their means for too long. But how did Mo Salah enter the debate of Messi and Ronaldo? He's a new era.
Because he's high. But
he's no Mel Robbins.
No, I'm going to go Messi. No. Where is hamstring Harry? Is he coming on?
I don't know. I sent the bat signal out there, but nobody has bought into it.
Nobody's biting.
Nobody's biting.
What about red sauce or brown sauce on a fry? So if
Red
you're getting a wee fry tomorrow in the hotel,
There's no fries. The company only pays for our dinner, so we're on site for 7 o'clock. But it would be brown sauce most likely. Brown sauce for me.
it has to be.
Brown sauce.
And here's the big contentious one. What actually is our best formation?
Oh.
And a wee blushy emoji.
This is up for debate. Me and Ferguson, Sir Alex.
Those who need Gary on, don't we? To really
we-
debate it. Like,
we
this is
do.
kind of going to be a wee bit one-sided.
I had a conversation
I
with
know
him.
you love 352. You love it.
I don't love it.
You love it.
We had the conversation. He doesn't like it. He feels exposed playing the 3-5-2. Where if I play left-sided 3-5-2, I prefer it than playing left back. But it's only a personal thing. But for the team, I would probably favour moving forward a 4-4-2 because it cuts out the expecting a big work ethic from the boys playing wide, which we're of an age and it's a big ask to ask guys to to run up and down and fill that void all the time. So I think at the minute we're favouring a 4-4-2, but personnel will dictate, I would imagine. Plus, depends.
We just have to see who we've got for Sunday.
It depends what mood Gary's in, Gently, or if he's in bad form, we'll just do what he tells us. No, but I think there's a flexibility there we can do, depending on the opponents too. Obviously, we can move because we do have personnel to play both formations. So.
Aye.
But that's not answering the
I
question.
definitely see sort of the advantages of. No, it's not actually. You're answering there like flipping Matt Hancock. But I can see the advantages of 3-5-2 because you've got the three centre midfielders. So I kind of prefer because most teams play with three centre midfielders.
Yeah.
So at least with 3-5-2, you're not going to be outnumbered there. But yeah, you're right. And plus you can play two strikers up top, so you can play Lucy and Sheedy together in that formation.
Yeah.
But there's a big onus on the wing backs.
There is just the guys coming playing wide, We'll say with the right personnel and the right, we can make it work. But I think
get Davy McGurk back.
Well, McGurk's
you can stick
on
him
the
anywhere.
mend.
Right
He's
wing
on the
back,
mend.
left wing back.
He's on the mend. I expected him back for this game, but I don't know if he's still injured or what the hell on this with him. He hasn't trained, so. But it's all good. So we're going to go 4-4-2 to answer that off, and
Oh, are you?
see how it goes.
That's what we're going for on Sunday.
That's what we'll.
Well, you'd be hoping no Crumlin
without-
Star.
Without giving any
whoever
secrets away.
Whoever this is in the live studio, it might be a Crumlin Star.
There you go. There you go.
There you are. No information already.
Spoiled.
Richie.
Spoiled.
Rookie error.
But maybe I'm telling lies, keeping them in suspenders. Who knows?
Chris O'Toole's udder cream, yes or no? Have you heard about this, the udder cream?
I haven't.
Udder? Have you not?
No.
Apparently it's the in thing. There's a few people in work use it.
Right.
It's actually cream for the cow's udder. But it's supposed to be good like for pain and arthritis and all that.
I've heard something along them lines. I was given, it was like cream that they use in horses.
Probably something similar,
Probably something
Horses,
similar.
cows, they're all the same.
For tits like us, what?
Jesus.
Dear me. The changing room does smell of some
No, I might give it it's a real strong minty kind of smell now, but so I might give it a wee whack.
You're not sore.
Well, I don't know, groin might be a wee bit, I'm not too sure if it'd stick at my groin.
No, definitely not.
Might be a wee bit tight.
Definitely not.
What were you going to say there?
They say you're too young to be sore. To think about us old fellas, 5 or 6 years on you. I'm sore.
So I remember I was coming on. Sure, I've been getting grey since, I think my first grey came when I was 14. And I was playing for, who was it? I think it was Greg. Greg had asked me to play for the reserves. I think we were playing Crew.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a cup semi-final. And I'd come on as a sub. because obviously they'd had their players right the way through the cup run.
Yeah.
So I was happy enough on the bench. But anyway, he brought me on. And by that stage, like, when was that? That was probably about 10 years ago. 25. I was like Philip Schofield. And I just remember running onto the pitch. And a couple of the crew fellas started shouting on to me, "Who's this by here coming on? Did he play with the dinosaurs?"
After
I didn't even have a comeback or nothing. Like,
no, and you're normally quick-witted.
anytime I was taking flipping throwing, you play with the cavemen, did you? Living it, tell you, just for me and that. So,
it's character lines. That's what them.
Probably the old. Something like that. But what about talking about over 35s? It's Gavi. There's no way Gavi's under 35.
Gavi Henderson is 30 years of age, believe it or believe it not.
You're ahead.
So he keeps telling them.
The Anvil Nightheart.
The Anvil
is 30
Nightheart
years of age.
Is 30. 30. So
nice. So he's another 5 years to go.
Yeah. So we'll bring this team.
That's another wee lefty.
He is another lefty.
Another lefty.
We'll bring this team as far as we can and then hand it down to the next generation. We're 2 games in and we're struggling for a squad, but the future's bright. It's all good. It's all good.
Next wee point we've already answered. Well, no, you didn't answer. It was 3-5-2, 4-4-2, or 6-4-0.
We might play 6-4-0.
The Scotland manager played that.
Depending on the opposition. Who was that? Brown?
No, it was
McLeish.
what was his name? He went on it. No, he was. I think he might have been before McLeish. He used to manage Hearts.
McGee.
And who?
McGee.
No.
The glasses. I can fucking picture him.
Aye. I think he managed them recently as well again. He had a couple of spells.
Yeah. Is it not McGee?
Crap. No, it wasn't McGee. You can say McGee many times you want. It wasn't McGee.
Self-publicity.
We'll have an all go. McGee.
McGee with a G-H-E-E.
You can spell McGee whatever way you want. It's still not McGee.
No.
Greg Mahal, I know what it is. He's listening.
Is that Greg's in, is he?
I don't know, actually. Is Greg in?
Can't
if he is in, I don't know if he is.
Oh, Greg would know.
I think the only buy in here is the Crumlin Stars buy. 6-4-0. I'm Googling it now. See if it's McGee. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna hang up.
You're near hit your quota there, 30 minutes. You must have your darling wife must need your attention.
Craig Levine.
Levine?
That's who it was.
That's who I wasn't.
Craig Levine.
I wasn't thinking of him.
He played it against Spain. I was wondering who he played against. That's fair enough. Like Spain when was that? 2010 when they were probably at their peak.
Yeah.
You probably would go for it was actually a 4-6-0 formation.
Crazy. Although Spain to Scotland, that's a long
Craig
time
Levine.
from they've had a striker.
It doesn't even let me.
Does he have glasses? And
there you are. Aye. So that he does, yeah. He does.
Right. I can see
It's
him.
like we're playing Guess Who here.
This is an audio podcast. That's by the way. There he is. There. Look at him. Look at him. There he's there. So, any more questions from Sheedy?
And which McConaughey brother is better, Gary or Dwyer?
That's a tough one. Don't think it's right to say, in fairness. I know which one's played more games. I only judge them on the last game.
It's another question, and have you ever thought about politics, have you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, to be a manager, I have to be diplomatic. How did this come into you interviewing me? This is just a chat. You're telling you've got your niche.
I'm just taking over your show here.
Right,
Richie, is my show now.
Co-hosted by. I thought she was coming on.
How many
after popular demand.
Actually, he's
full of talk.
Joke.
What were you going to ask me there? Have I done what?
You've done some amount of episodes, haven't you?
Quite a few of them were just sort of live chats before matches and stuff, but I've interviewed a couple of
Aye,
people.
but still.
Up to 19 or 20 different people I've interviewed. I have a couple in the
That's
pipeline.
some going.
Celebrating local football, that's what it's all about.
Alright.
Can you not answer some of them Keepie Uppies questions that I lit? You'll have it on the group chat there.
Let's see.
So the best team you ever played for? Go.
Best team I ever played for? It has to be our under 12 side.
Yeah.
Was any side or yeah,
Entirely
our under 12. Yeah, we had a great wee team with Buckshot Lavery and Stephen McGurk, Conor McAnallen. Wee Smurf had a wee season with us. He was Waterboy. Dackie Leatham, Kelly Leatham's brother, he was a very good player. So yeah, and we won under 12, 13, 14, but won all the trophies in mid-Ulster. Like every season won the league and the League Cup, won the Northern Ireland Cup and runners up the following year. So yeah, we had a pretty good side.
Awesome.
Best captain. It's a toughie. The one that always stands out is Paddy O.
Yeah.
Paddy O, just ultimate leader, just an absolute machine. Such a gentleman off the field, but an absolute beast.
I think that's
on the pitch, just a completely different person.
Which is fantastic. You know, he just turned on.
But just huge respect as well. Like, you know, he's kind of one of those, once he starts talking before the game or at half time, you just shut up and listen.
Yeah, yeah.
And best goal scorer. Best goal scorer.
Or scorer.
What's the difference between best goal scorer and best striker then?
Is both questions there? Best goal scorer would be sort of scorer of good goals as opposed to somebody who
scorer of good goals. Chris Lavery always there wasn't too many top ends. The ones I can kind of think of was always like 25, 20 yard belters. And the Jack Hammer as well. Jack Hammer always scores.
His last goal was a cracker, wasn't it? The Jack Hammers. The win 3-2. Now the assist, we won't talk about the assist. Who played the ball for the assist? Sheedy?
For Sheedy, don't talk about it. Yeah. We'll just move on. David McGurk was another one, always scored a couple of great goals. I always remember, and you'd kind of touched on it, the time I went to Liverpool and you dropped me from the squad.
Here, you went to Liverpool and I got my place back in the team. Sure, that was good. For that one game.
I was sort of Mark McCann and Mark Beattie. Well, they hadn't been there for about 6 months. But anyway, that's why I don't hold grudges, Richard.
No, not at all.
But anyway, I went down obviously to watch the matches. Do you remember Hannah? Or not Hannah?
Anna.
Who's she?
Anna. Yeah. I remember waving at you in the stands.
It's just as well I'm only on one channel. Yes. Yeah. But it was Anna Reserves, wasn't it? Would have been in our league. Must have been, anyway.
Yeah, I think it was a cup match, but go on ahead.
Oh, was it a cup match? But anyway, Davy McGurk was playing right back. And he scored an absolute belter with his left foot. One of the best goals I've seen. I think it was 1-1 maybe at that stage. It was coming towards the end of the game, or it might have been an extra time or whatever. And he just dragged the ball onto his left boot, ping, top corner.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to go for Chris Lavery. Best touch. It's hard to think of that one. Best touch, probably. Buckshot Lavery probably sticks out where he had a really good touch.
Yeah.
Midfield. So I'm going to go with him. Best keeper. Johnny Gilbert was very good, but I only played a couple of games with him, but you could even tell those couple of games he just talk about commanding your box. But I'm going to have to go for Kieran Murray because I played the longest with him and absolute solid as a rock.
Well, that's a good family affair there. Johnny Gilbert, I played all of my junior career with Johnny Gilbert. Fantastic goalkeeper. And Johnny Gilbert was my best man as well. Lifelong.
I remember that. You were wearing the FA Cup final suits.
Friend and cousin. And Freckles then is Johnny and my cousin as well. He's actually Johnny's first cousin, and he's my second cousin. Or is he?
And who picked those suits?
Lisa picked my suit. Them guys were lucky they got to wear brown or black. I had to wear the FA Cup.
Or you had to wear the 96 FA Cup final suit, did you?
I did. At the 1996.
Do you still put that up on Facebook, or have you stopped putting that up?
You're not on Facebook anymore to put it up.
You got to put it up for the boys. I just give them all a laugh.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Unrecognisable from.
Who are we on to now? Best defender. It's tough one because Conor McAnally was brilliant at underage, so I'm going to have to be a joint one. I'm going to say Conor McAnally because you could just tell at underage he was going to make the grade. Got over to Leicester, unfortunately didn't make it into their first team, but still to get over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he captained the reserves, I think, as well. And then played at various big clubs in the Irish League.
Yeah. He's a neighbour of yours. Is he retired now, Conor? Is he still playing?
No, I think he may still be playing. I think he might be knocking about with maybe Armagh.
Right.
I think.
Very good.
He could qualify for over 35s as well if he's not.
Well, if only somebody had an inside line and knew him.
But Stephen Fox is another one. Always sticks out defender.
Yeah, absolutely. Natural.
He's
Rolls Royce
defender. Just a pity he didn't play for the first team, but I think that was more kind of his choice, which he kind of admitted.
Yeah. Shit.
But because I remember that I got Player of the Year for the reserves one year, playing centre back alongside him. But the only reason I got it was because I was playing alongside him. Yeah. He just made me look good.
Well.
Best midfielder. Oh man, these are tough. Best midfielder. Paddy O'Connor kind of sticks out again. Just
great.
All action, box to box, just as everything. You know, I'd absolutely hate to be playing against him in midfield.
And he's 30 plus years.
Keepie Uppies was a very strong midfielder as well.
Yeah.
Buckshot was very good at underage. Wee Smurf as well that I would have played with. There was a couple of seasons at Ardler Celtic Youth. He was fantastic. He used to get kicked from pillar to post because he was so small, but he just got on with it. Then he played striker as well.
It was great to have him down now over 35s.
Well, he's been out for the last 4 years, so I think he's picking up a lot of niggling with injuries, which I suppose is just normal, you know, but once he gets a run of training sessions and games.
You can see his calibre straight away, you know.
Yeah. But I think he's very harsh with himself, you know, be coming away from training thinking I was hopeless tonight. But like, one, it's training, and two, like you haven't played for 4 years. But anyway.
Well, he can't be held himself.
Right. Best striker. It's a tough one. I'm gonna say it's always between these two players. Always stick out for me. Sam Haughey. Those first couple of years when we were pretty good in intermediate B, like he just led the line for us. But Mick Murda is just going to edge it. He was an absolute sharpshooter.
If we could get
and when you think like those couple of years where he was banging them in, oh, what a duo by they're a hotter partnership than the Legion of Doom. They are. They used to be just a joy to watch. They were just telepathic, you know.
It was great.
Brilliant.
Good shout.
Another potential over 35 player there.
Absolutely.
I think there's a couple of people on the group know him, so get them signed up.
I should still.
Well, text them. What are you doing? End this podcast right now and just text them.
Trust me, everybody and anybody was communicated to whenever this all kicked off. I think we've done well to get 40 plus guys to register on the group chat. and then they get 18 every week
Aye.
at a match. So, well, small bulbs will turn into big trees or flowers or whatever. Small steps at a time. Go on ahead.
Yeah. Jeez, these are tough, Richie. Best left boot. Best left boot. It's another wee split between. It's probably a three-way split. I'm going to say Keppie Leedham, Chrissy Lavery, and yourself. You're a lovely cultured lady.
I don't know about
I know I call you Stinging B. Ornaby, but Stinging B. Ornaby, he had a lovely left boot. He had a lovely, lovely left boot. Just like yourself.
Well, walking
three-way
along
split there.
Lavery and Leedham, I'll take it. But as I said, having spoke about left foots already, Leedham obviously is a standout candidate.
Right foot. It's a hard one. All the right foot players I've probably played with, I can think of many as stinking right foots. McMurdo could ping a ball. It's tough. Fox had a good right foot. Do you remember actually Sean Smith played? That's one
Yes.
guy I forget about.
Sean's in Australia now.
He was a good player.
I think he's in Australia or he's the other side of the world. Sure, I'm really sure.
He might have had a wee spell there. I think Rowan was telling me he's in Milton Keynes.
All right, well.
I think he maybe did have a wee spell.
That is the other side of the world compared to Lurgan.
Right foot, that's tough. They're kind of a couple of, there's so many players. Sean Lavery, what a right foot he had.
Absolutely. And he's on the injury list. He's engaged about playing.
I was trying to get him signed up.
He's injured. I think is it his hip? He's a hip injury, and he was not keen to get back at it, but he's in rehab. Sort of.
He played 7-a-side, and he played 7-a-side. I think with a couple of fellas around Galway. And by the sounds of things, I think they knocked lumps out of each other. But yeah, he was like those couple of seasons he was down at Oxford. Like he was. Yeah. Do you remember we used to have a front three of Sam, Loosely, Chrissy Lavery, and then you had Sean Lavery behind them.
Yeah.
What a team. Best manager. Oh dear. No, it's you couldn't pick a best. I've had so many.
Who was your youth team manager?
Gary McConaughey. Youth team? Yeah. Eugene O'Hagan. I would say Eugene O'Hagan probably was what would you say, the most influential? Yeah. Because to be honest, see at underage, I had no clue what position I played in. I wasn't really I wasn't any good. Like, not like fellas like yourself and Paddy O and Sheedy and Keppie Leedham and fellas like that were technically gifted. So Eugene kind of gave me a shot at right back, and he also had a word with my, because I couldn't get on the Lismore team. He had a word with Kevin McGibbon, who was the PE teacher in Lismore, and got me on the Lismore team. And I kind of never looked back since. Once he kind of gave him a chance at right back.
Very good. Still a bit of confidence in you.
And that's it. So yeah, Eugene always sticks out. Right. And then obviously yourself and Fred give me a chance for the seniors. As I said, Gary McConaughey, what a manager, 100% record.
Flying.
Who else sticks out? Aaron McCann was a very good manager. Greg and Mick. You could go on and on. As I said, you don't really like to mention fellas because you end up missing a whole pile.
No, fair enough.
Loves a hard challenge. Chris Lucy loves a hard challenge. Paddy McCrory, flipping hell. Even at training, they absolutely nail you. Quickest player. has to be Chrissy Lavery. Conor McInall was just lighting it at underage. I couldn't get anywhere. He was streets ahead. And I think that's what made him, apart from being technically very good, I think that's what made him stick out, because he was so fast.
Athletical, yeah.
And nobody could get past him and just skip through fellas. Best all-round player. Best all-round player. Oh man, this is so hard. Again, Paddy Owens kind of sticks out as an all-round player. Stevie Fox as well. Kevin Latham. Yeah, player that got better age. Oof. Player that got better age.
Fair play to you for going through the...
Collie Toman.
Collie Toman.
Toman
That's actually a very good shout. That's a very good shout.
Collie Toman, because he wouldn't have got in our first team at the first couple of years.
Yeah.
But you see, the last couple of years I was playing with the reserves in Lonsdale. He was fantastic. Because I'm not a centre back, so I ended up playing alongside him, and a bit like what I was saying earlier with Stevie Fox, like he just made me look good. He talked about the header of the ball. He took everything. Man, child, pram, everything. Player who always gives 100%. Chris Martin, Hellboy, always gave 100%. Headed everything, loved the header.
Yeah.
And another potential over 35 him trying to get down.
Yeah, he spoke to me as well. He has a back issue at the minute, but he's...
I thought it was another Chris Martin, injury in the head, but he genuinely had a serious back injury. It turned out he had to go for surgery or something. So there you are.
Is that them all?
That's them all.
You done well there. In fairness, in previous,
it's tough actually.
Guys were sent that in advance of getting on for a chat.
Probably really.
So you done well there. You done well. I think you've.
So what's your prediction, Seth?
You've talked yourself into a starting place for Sunday.
Number 10 behind Sheedy.
Number 10 behind
I'm happy
Sheedy.
with that.
Behind Sheedy at the bar.
Sheedy and Chris O'Toole on his other cream.
That's interesting. I need to find out about this other cream. It would need to work in your groins, because that's where all the pain is, isn't it?
Right. Well,
what's your thoughts for Sunday?
I suppose I haven't even a clue what this team's like, but I suppose if we just play similar to what we did last game.
Yeah.
Hopefully not throw away a 2-goal lead. I think we'll be alright.
Yeah. Be a bit of fun. As I say, we're leaving early on Sunday. There's no changing rooms down there, so we need to meet up early, get changed at the club, drive down, and then shoot back down the road again afterwards.
Right.
So 11 o'clock ish. For anybody that's listening, just to wrap things up, Tats, the over 35s are doing Last Man Standing, which starts on the weekend of the 2nd of October. Do you know the rules of Last Man Standing?
What way does it work? No, I don't know. I don't know the rules. No.
Well, apparently there's a sheet.
What way does Last Man Standing work?
Well, it's not a drinking game. Remember that. So the sheet will be posted up and people can buy the sheets. £5 a sheet. You pick teams over a sequence of weeks. And obviously, if you get your predictions right, the Last Man Standing wins the £250 jackpot. So it's on the boys to sell the tickets, sell the sheets, etc. All for the good natured and joy, and kit the boys out for their season ahead. So thanks, you were absolutely useless for the over 35s. Well, it's just to give us, keep us functioning throughout the season. Make us self-reliant,
And maybe if we get to when we get to the cup final, we can go and buy those white suits for the cup final.
Absolutely, I can dust mine off. It mightn't fit me now, but I can set the trend. You're some crack. Right, my beer's near done. I'm assuming yours is too.
Aye, my Shandy's, yeah.
Are you leaving us? Any
here.
words of wisdom before you go?
No, I've absolutely nothing to say other than, like, Sheedy, where are you? where are you?
Sheedy, he was.
That's the having you.
It was a case of everybody wanted him back. Everybody asked for him to come back. They enjoyed his conversation the last time out.
You know, you have to give what the people want.
He let the crowd down. He's really let the crowd down.
Aye.
Listen, you've helped me put the evening in.
As long as he doesn't let us down on Sunday.
Well, no doubt, he'd be grand.
Sunday is what's all important, you know. So as long as he brings his A game,
that's it. Like a good pizza
and
porter.
tracks back.
He does deliver. I mean, he delivers.
He doesn't track back though. At training, he definitely doesn't track back. I mean, he never takes turns at nets, which is another disgrace.
Really
but anyway, that's for another podcast.
It is indeed. Get him on to defend himself. Sorry, defending's not his thing, is it? Here, tell me this. What about Liverpool last night? Did you enjoy that match?
Aye, I seen most of it. Yeah, played very well for 40 minutes, and then they just
6 minutes of
fell asleep
chaos,
for. Aye, but no, second half they played just totally dominated. Still a wee bit worried about if they pick up, if Salah picks up an injury, we're screwed. We're absolutely screwed.
Yeah, we don't have.
Mane, I know, scored a couple of goals recently, but anyway, they've made a good start to the season. So big Virgil's back. Matip is playing out of his skin.
Yes.
Trent's back to his normal self. Fabinho. They're all so far so good, but still early days.
Yeah, still plenty of football to play. That's a
good start. And then it worked out well. Atletico Madrid and Porto. That was a draw, wasn't it? So that's.
Yep.
So it was a nice wee start to the group stage.
Well, I have alongside
other teams,
Damien O'Hagan and Andy McGibbon have booked flights to go to the Milan away game on the 7th of December.
Right.
Yeah. So we haven't got tickets confirmed yet, but the flights were I think they were 40 quid there and back. The hotel was next to nothing between the four people. Whatever the hotel the room sleeps 4 or whatever. So Monday out on a Monday, home on the Wednesday. So we're just hoping to get confirmation on tickets. So one way or another, we're going to Milan. Right. If the tickets don't come in, we'll go anyway.
Very good. Just make sure you have your mask on in Milan.
Well, we'll be grand. There'll be too many beers in my face to worry about breathing in anybody else.
Aye.
Well,
that'll be class. What date's that then?
The 7th of December, I think.
November, is it?
December.
Oh, December. November, December.
Yeah.
It is.
So hopefully it's a game worth going to watch, It will be in Milan anyway. But
yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Aye.
Looking forward to it. Might have to change our fixture. No, we won't have to. It's during the week. Halloween fixture's already been changed for the over 35s. McConaughey had put in a heads up saying that it's Halloween weekend and a whole lot of boys will have plans and whatnot, so the league are knocking the game back to the 7th of November.
Right.
But say that's for a different podcast, as you say.
So we've got Crumlin Star obviously this Sunday, and then who's our next game? Is that
I'm not
the 4 down team?
Sure, yeah, it's either Armagh City or Red Lion. Or St Mary's. I haven't looked at the fixtures, to be honest with you. Just take them as the come tats, game by game.
Aye, that's it, old cliche.
Yeah.
Top banana. Right, well here, top banana to you.
Yes, you get yourself to bed. As I say, this is
right.
Help me put the evening in an empty hotel room in Galway, so much respect to you. Thanks for getting the questions. You done well. You racked your brain, you got through it. Remain
awesome. Right. And then we're going to go for a wee 4-6-0 on Sunday then.
4-6-0, yeah.
Could be the way forward.
It could be. With no goalkeeper, I think that might be our only option.
Right, big lad.
All right, pal. Take her handy.
See you then.
Chat to you soon. Right.
Alright, good luck.